Good afternoon, I'm Erin. Welcome to Fusion Health's Wellness Series. The series that I'm focusing on this week will be gentle movement and breathwork sequencing. So today is an opportunity to calm both the body and mind and bring steadiness into your day. So we use the body to connect with the breath and the breath to connect with the mind. So when we focus consciously on the breath, it's an opportunity for the mind to remain present. So today's gentle movement will be focusing on calming and stability. And the practices that we'll use will be mostly forward folds and twists. And those are here to bring the desired effect to the body and the mind. So we're going to start with the movement. So if you could just come to your hands and your knees and place your hands about shoulder distance apart, your knees about pelvis distance apart, and then walk your hands forward. You can choose to tuck your toes under if you like, and just bring your hips back and your chest nice and close to the floor. We're going to just lengthen through the side bodies to begin. You can place your forehead onto the mat. And now we'll start to move into a twist. So take your right hand, slide it towards your shoulder, and then thread the needle, bringing your right arm under your left armpit, and then your right cheek towards the mat. From here, you can slide your left arm even more forward, or you can slide it back to your shoulder, take it up towards the sky, deepen into the twist, and then take the hand behind the back, palm facing up on the opposite hip. And we'll stay here for a few breaths, bringing your attention to your breathing. And you can breathe in and out of your nose. Good. Stay for one more breath. And then take your left hand back underneath your shoulder, right hand to follow, come back to all fours, hands and knees. And let's walk the hands out again. Towards the front of your mat, bring your forearms and your chest close to the mat and bring your forehead to the mat. Then slide your left hand back towards your shoulder. Take it underneath your right armpit, left cheek towards the mat. You can walk your right hand even more forward, or you can slide it back to your shoulder, take it up towards the sky, and just like you did on the other side, bend the elbow, palm facing up on the opposite hip. Again, breathing in and out of your nose, your attention is with your breath. Good. Now take your right hand back underneath your shoulder, left hand back underneath the shoulder. You're back to all fours. From here, we're going to untuck the toes, press ourselves back into child's pose so the hips go back towards the heels, and then you can walk your arms back out in front, rest your forehead to the floor. And let's take a few breaths here. Good. Now release your hands so they're palms facing upright by your feet. You can bend your elbows and then push your hips back towards your heels, engage your core, and slowly start to round up through your spine, stacking vertebra by vertebra. Bringing your head up last, and then coming into a seated position. From here, we're just going to rock our hips over to the right side, and then you can swing your legs forward. Okay, so you can move the flesh from underneath your sit bones. You can also choose to sit up on a cushion if you have one available, and you can choose to take a small bend in your knees to bring a nice tall upright spine. We're going to start with a twist over to the right side. So bring your right knee in towards your chest, and then you can place your foot over to the outside of the left knee. Then take the left hand on the knee, right fingertips behind. Take an inhale to lengthen through your spine, and then exhale, twist over to the right side. Draw your chin back over your shoulder. And again, breathe in and out of your nose. Your left foot can be active, toes towards the sky. Take about 5 to 8 breaths on each side and then twist back to center. And we'll take the right leg out and bring the left knee in to switch to the other side. Place the foot over the thigh. Bring your knee in, right hand on the knee, left fingertips behind. If you can flatten the palm down and then turn over your left shoulder. Chin draws back. Breathing in and out of your nose. And again, after about 5 to 8 breaths, bring your head back to center. Twist your torso back to center, and you can straighten both legs out in front. And now we're going to transition towards a forward fold. So you can bring a soft bend to your knees to take that upright spine again. If you have the flexibility in your hamstrings, you can keep the legs out straight. And from here, we're just going to walk the hands along the backs of the legs towards the calves and towards the backs of the ankles if possible. Otherwise, you can just leave them on the calves. Walking even closer so your abdomen gets nice and close towards your thighs if possible. If not, you can bend your knees even deeper. Maybe your hands can come to the back of the feet. And again, if there's room, you can straighten out a little bit more through your legs and then release forward over your shins. And after about 5 to 8 breaths, depending on the length of your breath, you can release your hands onto the floor, lengthen out your spine so the spine's nice and long, lifting your chest up, and then slide your hands as you hinge back, stacking your shoulders over your hips. So you're taking a nice tall spine. Beautiful, so that will be the end of our movement sequence. And now we're gonna move into seated breath work. So for the seated breath work, you can choose to cross your legs. Maybe you want to sit up on a cushion, again, if it's available to you. You can also sit on your heels, so just as I started the practice today. And we'll do palms facing down on the thighs. Take a nice tall spine. And for this practice, if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. So I'll start with eyes closed. Just take a moment to scan your body. Take any adjustments that you need to feel comfort and ease. I like to check in with my shoulders, relaxing my shoulder blades down my back. And then with my hips pressing down, starting to feel length, space between the vertebrae of the spine, gentle lift of the collarbones. And then as the chin draws in, there's more length in the back of your neck. And the top of your head can lengthen up towards the sky. Closing your lips and breathing in and out of your nose. Notice your breath. Today we're going to work with an even breath. So 1-to-1 ratio with our inhales and exhales. So we're going to start by bringing awareness to the abdominals and breathe towards your abdominals. In this sense, we're using diaphragmatic breathing. As you inhale, your belly expands away from your spine. And as you exhale, your belly draws towards your spine. As you inhale, the belly expands away and the diaphragm moves down. And as you exhale, the belly moves in and the diaphragm moves up. Continue breathing consciously like this. You're shaping your breath. Now start to shape your breath so your inhales are equal to your exhales. So counting to approximately 3 or 4 on your inhale, and 3 or 4 on your exhale, so that your inhales and your exhales are even. This type of breath work, working to calm the body. In turn, the mind will follow. You can continue practicing this on your own, or stay with me for 3 more rounds. And once you complete those 3 rounds, you can return to your natural breath, so that you're no longer shaping your breath. And then notice how your body feels. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and take that calmness and steadiness into your day. Thanks for joining, and we'll be back tomorrow with another calming and steadying practice.